What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today I'm going to be doing another design tutorial. This one is going to be on roads and paths. A lot of people have been asking on me doing palettes basically for these roads and paths, and honestly I was really confused on how to do it and what to do, but I think we came up with some pretty good ideas to start off and to get us started. So I think that these will maybe help you find ways to make some paths or such like that. I don't know, but it's a really kind of simple thing. It's pretty straightforward, to be honest, but this is just kind of straightforward kind of stuff. So maybe for some of you it'll help you, maybe for some of you it won't. Okay, so this here is set in sort of like a savanna type of environment. As you can imagine, it's just vast plains from one side to the next, or even a forest environment. I don't know, just any kind of like environment. You know, a mix of gravel and some dirt, and then there you go, you got yourselves a nice little path right there down the savanna. But yeah, that's number one. Then over here we got sort of like a tundra type of path. Now this would be say, you know, a plowed path. This is where like a well-traveled path in some snow area. You can imagine there's some kind of big castle over here, and then this is like a path that leads out from, say, one of the smaller gates, and it leads out into some farms or something out here, and the farmers would use this road to bring their produce, or maybe no, not to bring their produce, but to bring you know, stuff from the castle or whatever stuff they bought from the town or something like that. I don't know. You guys can decide from that. But it's sort of like a mountain road, maybe a path. I don't know. You guys decide. Now this here, you can imagine, is sort of like a very tropical kind of thing. It is a mix between the sand grass metadata, the mixture, the normal sand, and then also the darker biome version of the sand, and it makes this sort of path feel here. And I really like how this is like, you can imagine this would be like in a beachfront property or something of that sort, on a tropical island. Now this here is sort of like a little desert path. As you can see here, we got some dirt, you got the clay, and you got the cactus there, and you can see the sand. Now the thing about this kind of stuff is you got to make sure that it stays like the path has to be visible and like well visible in the terrain. Otherwise, you know, you can just kind of get lost in it. But anyway, as you can see, it's dirt and the clay and such. It works pretty well. Now this is a path that I really like. This kind of path design here. It's not supposed to be there. But this is where like you can see there's a shovel there, and this is where they would dig the path out. So say if you have some tall snow, it would be smart to do something like this. To say if you have a house in the snow, and then say you have like a little shed adjacent to the house somewhere out here, you know, they would have to dig a little trail to the shed. And so this is a cool detail that you could do to make it work a little better like that. So yeah, I think that's cool. Now this here is a really odd sort of path here. As you can see, we have the gravel, we got the sort of the clay metadatas every now and then. Now they're the mesa biome, so that's why there's such different textures. So like this texture here is actually the brown clay, or that is the white clay, gray clay, etc. And this is actually snow, but if you go through the biomes with your biome stick, you can go ahead and find that ash metadata right there, and then that works pretty well for the road textures. And you can also put the bushes in there, because it's kind of like terrain. But that is another path there. Again, while I was doing this, I was kind of confused about what exactly I was doing. Like, I didn't quite understand. So many people have been asking me to do something like this, and finally it came to the point where, you know, let's just get it over with. And so that's what I did. Anyway, this here is another path here. Now this is just dirt, so it's pretty straightforward. By the way, Moose the Moose, he helped me out with these, and So yes, thank you to Moose for helping me make these paths. I really do appreciate the help that I get when I do these design tutorials. Now this is a crop idea he wanted me to show you. If you grow the pumpkin plant on a block below, and then you put the half slab on top, it makes the illusion that this is like a crop growing through the half slab. And it's just a really cool detail that you could use for whatever purpose. So yeah, that's just something cool. Now this over here is another sort of desert path. This one is just with the orange sand. Just something really cool you could do there. So if you did use orange sand, you could use, it's best to use dirt and gravel and such. Maybe just dirt, I don't know. So this is sort of like a scary kind of forest thing. As you come through here, you got sort of the spider web, so you can imagine this would just be lots of big spiders in here. You got the skulls, so it'd be just kind of scary. That's pretty straightforward. Now this here is the rat wagon trails in the sand, so you can see that's the darker sand. Now this one is not very clear, which is the problem with it, but still it works pretty well and you can understand it pretty well. But yeah, that's what that is. Now here is a neat one. I do like this one where you have the mossy stone brick, the mossy cobble, and sort of like the grassy gravel and stuff like that. This could be a path for like some kind of I don't know, some kind of grave area. Like I just imagine this in some sort of like, you know, I can just imagine graves and like ruins and such. That's what I imagine this path to be around, sort of like an overgrown road in a way. Now this one's pretty straightforward. I don't even know what that one is, so it's just a path. Let's go over here now. So now this here is an idea that I really liked, is having sort of like the path raised up and then having sort of like the water or like drainage from the road would be down here in these little dips. And as you can see, there's water and half slabs and grass and reeds and such. And then like the road is like the two lines of dirt. So like that's what this is. So you can just kind of imagine like this is a wagon trail where the wagons would go up and down. And so it'd be more dirt like on either side, and then you had grass down the middle. But that's kind of what this idea is over here, that I really like this idea, and it really works really well, so you guys can definitely use that for your builds. And then I decided to go more in depth, like street details, street kind of things. Now this has a mixture of the sort of pine needle texture of dirt. You got some mossy cobble, you got some of that, you got some of this soul sand there, you got some mossy cobble. This is just like a whole slew of different textures that you can have in here. You got the gravel, you got the mossy cobble, the mossy stone brick, dirt, all that good stuff. You know, there's a lot of different things. And then of course you got the thatch sort of carpets in there as well. And then that's what makes the street a little better. But yeah, this is the sort of like a street design thing here, so if you guys want to see that, that's perfectly feasible. Now this is sort of like a desert atmosphere, and what I did here is I used the sandstone block like that, the sandstone blend metadata, and then I used the smooth stone like that, and I used a little bit of gravel and a little bit of cobble to break things up, and then that's how that worked out. It worked out pretty well, I think. But yeah, that's a pretty interesting idea that you can use. Now this here is one that Demon Mint helped me with, but this is more of just a idea of, you know, how you could do it through a mountain, is just kind of zigzag it through, and you have just all kinds of different things. So like you would come up the first bit of the trail, you'd go up some stairs, and then you would go across sort of like this little rope bridge. So you got a little rope here, and then you go across this little wooden bridge, and then you go up, 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 and then you're on the top of the mountain. So yeah, that's just a neat little thing that you guys can use if you would want. Now these are ones that I just kind of rushed on, but these are more just palettes than anything, just to sort of give you an idea of a road surface you could use. So like this would be like the smooth, dark stone like that. You got the cobble, gravel, then you got the sort of the stone brick and the mossy stone brick. Then this here, you got your brick, you got the brick metadatas, you got the smooth slabs, and then you got sort of like the avenue down the middle and such. But yeah, just the bricks and the stone slabs work well together. I might actually use this in Seabridge in the ridge portion. I'm thinking about that. I really think that I should add in sort of rich streets or rich roads like that. Now this is sort of like a darker road, so you can imagine this down like, say, an evil city of sorts. I don't know. Like Seabridge's roads are more like this than anything, so that's just, you know, a cool little fact. But this can be like down like an evil city of sorts or an evil castle. I don't know. It just has a dark feel to it. And this is sort of a lighter feel, so I can just see this. This stone is always associated, or not always, but typically associated with Mediterranean builds. And so this gives you a very Mediterranean feel, like you're walking down a Mediterranean road of sorts. But yeah, that's an interesting idea. And of course, you got the dirt roads like this, and you can implement this like this kind of thing in all of this. Like you can have like a way to represent like where the wagon wheels typically go down, so it's like a little more of a worn feel. But yeah, that's about all I had to show you for this video. I hope that it was helpful. I don't know if this was going to be helpful for you guys. That's just one of my fears about this video, is that it might have not been helpful. Maybe you learned something, maybe you didn't. Hopefully you did enjoy it one way or the other. But to let you guys know that this is the warp arc, so if you want to get to all of these detail plots that I've done, you can go ahead and do /warp arc, and that'll warp you to this plot there. And then you can just kind of go around, and you got the market stalls, the shelves, chandeliers. There's so many details around, and I have plenty of plots around that I'm going to be using for more details and such. So lots of exciting things, and I'm really looking forward to filling this, like continuing to fill this place up, because there is still much to do, much to see, and I really hope that you guys are enjoying this series. Because the detailed, I really enjoy doing this thing. This is something that I have like really aspired to do for the longest time, is have a detail repository for people to look at and see all these different designs that they can use and expound on, etc. This is just something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. But yeah, I'm so glad that I'm able to do it now, because of, I can do little by little, and that's why it's a little design tutorial by little design tutorial. So anyway, that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys like this video, thumbs up. And if you guys want to see more, please subscribe. Don't forget that I have a Facebook and a Twitter that you can follow me on, and stay up to date with me on whatever there is to stay up to date with. And don't forget that I have a Twitch where I stream Seabridge. Yes. But yeah, that's all I have for today, and look forward to next time. Till then, bye-bye.